Talk about the geek stuff now. We're live because we've got people.
We're live, right? Okay,
fair enough.
Clean it up, guys. Yeah,
lenses,
we're live.
Dirty lenses.
Yeah,
not dirty ladies.
No. Camera gear. Yeah.
This background is really bothering me. It's massively triggering. It's the clashes of the colours and against your own background, VT. It's fucking horrible.
Well, welcome, Jay.
It's so nice. Yeah, I know. Oh, you got a new member.
Who's here?
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
There we go.
That's much better.
It's not going to be distracting at all.
No. That's just fine. It's very 80s. Yeah.
So you've got a new member, and this time, VT, that is one of your members.
I know. You've pointed out. You didn't actually point it out until like half an hour after I said it.
Yeah, well, I was tempted to leave it until you had changed all of your graphics to say which member you were, to reflect the guy that was just joined your membership when he was actually one of ours members. The little look on your face, you were like, "Oh, a new member! Yeah, that's great." No, somebody else is actually.
I got my new member.
Hey, good.
Talking of members.
That's the green. You get a green if you're a new member.
You get green all over and a little symbol. Yeah. So that's why if you highlight someone on this side and bring up here, it doesn't show that they're on the other channel. So you have to look at the icon on the right-hand side and see there's a little symbol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Massively gutted there. Massively gutted. I was loving it.
I'm not having Al on again. Professor's welcome. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Fifth Beetle and Professor Macabro.
Hello.
Space boobies. Yes. I think we forgot about Total Recall. Not on the list.
No, that's true. There's really only the one scene.
Yeah, well, we can talk about it anyway because it is a good film, and I'm sure
it's a great movie. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, James.
So, Jay, are you of the opinion that it happened or was all in his head?
I still can't work it out. So I think he was. I think he was still Hauser. I think he was Hauser, and I think Quaid was a figment of his imagination. But I think he came round to it and lent into his new identity because he realised that was the good thing to do, and that previously he was bad. That's what I reckon. I don't know.
Wasn't he better off with Sharon Stone?
Wasn't he what? Sorry.
Wasn't he better off with Sharon Stone?
I certainly would have thought so. Yeah, but she was already going out with Gary Baldy anyway, wasn't she? So he wasn't going to steal her back.
Oh yeah, so it wouldn't last either way.
So I'm kind of of the opinion that most all of the movie is in his head while he's there in the chair.
Right.
Because like when he lays down, they're like, "Oh, Blue Sky on Mars. Haven't heard that one before." And then they ask him like which girl he's interested in, and he describes the girl that's like his love interest on Mars, and it's like her picture on the screen. So I think his brain is melting, and the whole time we're just seeing like what is going on in the fantasy. Yeah.
Right. Which would you rather, the woman with 3 tits and the horrible face, or the midget?
Ooh. So I mean, even though she only had 2, I think the midget still had more than the 3.
I'd 100% go for the midget. 100% go for the midget because I couldn't be dealing with the extra tit. I'm no need for that, especially if whenever she turned around, she was a fucking mutant.
Right. Yeah.
I've done enough. I've never done a midget, funnily enough.
Me either.
Yeah.
My friend, when she was in her early 20s, she got off with a disabled midget in a wheelchair.
Oh wow!
Yeah, as a dare.
As a dare. Okay.
But then afterwards, he started properly. I don't know how he got a number. She must have given it to him, like pissed. But he was properly onto her for about 2 years afterwards because obviously he'd never seen anything like it. So
right. Yeah.
I can imagine. Can't you?
Yeah, that's a nice story.
I mean, my wife is pretty small, but she's not midget small.
No, fair.
There you go.
She's like
the poking
5 foot something. Yeah.
5 foot. Yeah, I mean, most of my ex-wife was like 5'4", 5'3", and my ex-girlfriend was 5'3" as well. Most of mine are small.
Yeah. I think she's 5'2"
I was going to make a
or 5'3"
joke about children then, but I'm not going to.
Well, because that's not what we're talking about. So the fact that you've linked it to that probably says something about this channel and its new members. So have some of that, Mike's DVD, whatever. Mike's. Look at the channel you've just paid to support.
What?
He'll be laying flowers at Jimmy Savile's grave next.
Ooh.
No,
I'm
sorry. Yeah.
Anyway, back to the
the topic at hand. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did anyone do the homework?
Yeah, I watched like most all those movies.
Yeah, see? Rob's a good boy.
But I had seen most all of them before we made the list, though.
Well, that's
so I didn't have to do much.
That's it. VT, had you seen most of them before we did the list?
Yeah.
Right, because it's not fair, because I haven't got time, because I've got to watch, like, basically, in a month, I've got to watch 20 Lifetime movies.
You don't have to watch.
Right, yeah.
Well, I do for my channel, as well as other stuff that I have to do in my real life, right? So to get me to watch, 6 fucking 70s sci-fi films just to see some tits with maybe some horrible unshaved fanny, it's not really something that I'm going to spend time doing. So I'd
rather watch the Lifetime films with no tits in it.
Yeah, well, I would, because that's what I do. So, but it's but I have seen a few of these.
Jay, you've changed.
No, I haven't changed. But some of these I do really like. So,
cool. Yeah. There's some good ones on the list. Yeah,
and I've done 2 or 3 of them, which is good.
Yeah, so that was helpful. According to this is a family-friendly channel. It was until the last 6 minutes.
You have a monthly show called Smut Talk. It's not a family-friendly channel. It's not. It can't be.
Yes, if you're triggered, go away. Okay. Yeah. So I will start. We shall talk about the first one on the list, 1995 Species.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome
classic.
Sci-fi fun.
Yeah. Very impressive cast in that movie, considering the kind of movie it is.
Ben Kingsley, Alfred Molina,
Forrest Whitaker,
Marge Heidelberg, Michael Madsen playing a good guy. One of his favorite films.
Yeah. Right. And Natasha Henstridge, naturally. Yeah.
And yes, young model Natasha Henstridge in her first role.
Yep. Yeah, so a couple of Oscar winners in there.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, did Forrest Whitaker ever win an Oscar?
I think he did, supporting, I think.
Yeah, he might have got some. And what about Molina? Did he get one? Oh, yeah, The Last King of Scotland. Yeah, he might have got
that one.
For that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's a good film.
Yeah, but when this came out, and no one expected these people. Directed by Roger Donaldson, who I'm trying to think what he did.
I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot to look. So yes, Beatles having a go at Jay.
Yeah, well, I've answered that in the chat. So.
Oh, you're too busy reading the chat ahead again.
No, I'm not reading it ahead. I'm responding to people who are directly addressing me.
That's true, Jay. Why don't you do your live streams anymore?
Oh, they were killing my audience isn't interested in live streams. I was losing more subs than I was getting from it. But I do want to bring it back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a separate channel for it and just mail it to everyone who likes it, so that it won't affect my channel negatively. So obviously you'll be on the list. If only I can get hold of a few others that are regular viewers that are good. So yeah, I'll do that soon.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, those are always good fun.
Oh, you cancelled your Disney Plus as well. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Dark times.
Well, I did that ages ago.
She was just trying to conceive, man. Yes, poor Octavius. He fancied Marge Hellenberg all the way through. She fancied
Madsen,
and then got off with him, and then but he got Natasha Henstridge. He's a
and put a baby up in that ass.
On a segue, and my favorite Alfred Molina performance is not Dr. whatever it is. It's the guy in Not Without My Daughter. Have you all seen that?
I haven't seen that one, no.
I've only seen the trailer many years ago with Sally Field.
Absolutely brilliant film that is. That is brilliant.
No, it isn't.
Yeah. It is. It's really good. And it's based on a true story. What do you mean it isn't? It's better than Spider-Man 3 or whatever you guys are talking about.
Spider-Man 2.
Oh, is that? Oh, sorry.
I like Melina in, I think
is
it a Jim Jarmusch film, like Coffee and Cigarettes?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the one I'm thinking of. He has a really great scene in that one, where he's like really excited to meet this like family member, but then it just turns out the family member is trying to use his celebrity to like break into Hollywood or whatever. It's really good. I think that's the movie. Yeah, Coffee and Cigarettes. Yeah.
I know I don't know if I've seen it, but I remember coming out. Yeah, so you've upset Mike by some of his offensive comments. We're in the chat.
I'm at that one that he made literally stopped us from streaming for about 5 minutes because we all just couldn't stop laughing. It was so offensive and horrible. And I read it out not realizing how bad it was. And then suddenly the realization kicked in. And as we all realized, just couldn't stop. None of us could talk. Too much laughing. It's very good.
Dan Horn, good evening. Sally Field, he is a beast. He's in Maverick. I was just thinking Top Gun Maverick. No, Maverick with Mel Gibson. Yeah, he's in that as well.
I have seen that, and that had the original. Is it James Garner was the original Maverick?
Yeah, so
is that right? And he was like he played his dad or something.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah, well, it's a film from the 90s. I'm pretty sure we'll be all right.
Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah,
but yeah, so Species it's a very surprising TNA for a mainstream movie back then.
Right. Yeah. Surprising and surprisingly good. Yeah.
I watched it in the cinema and fell asleep, and I've never seen it since. And I've not seen any of the sequels as well. But apparently they are dire. Is that right?
Yeah.
They get worse fast.
Yeah. There's less TNA. Right. There's no TNA in all of the sequels, is there? Because Pentridge is pretty much clothed in all of them.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, she's in the second one. She's mostly have straps in the way or a see-through dress, and then the third one she gets killed off at the beginning by a daughter, I think, and then she's not in the fourth one at all. It's a straight to TV's. Right.
Yeah, I just watched Species again not too long ago. I watched it with the kids. Yeah. Not too many movies we talk about on Smut Talk I can watch with my children, but that's one of them. Like Species was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think had a hot tub sex scene after Showgirls that's less splashing around, even though he gets killed in it. So he's great in Maverick. I could smell refried beans. Yes, Species has 4 entries like Wild Things. Yeah, it's funny how they get to 4. Yes, that's mine as well.
Yeah,
it's a family-friendly film. It's 18 in the UK. I think it still is. But once you get past the nudity,
that was one of the ones I was going to watch, but I thought, no, I'm not. I just remember it being terrible, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people
my
like
kids are German, so nudity doesn't matter.
Paying attention.
Yeah. Well, has anyone seen? There's a film I walked out of at the cinema around the same time, maybe a bit later, called Eye of the Beholder with Ewan McGregor.
Oh yes.
That was god awful. I lasted about 15 minutes, and I just thought, I'll piss off. And then someone recently told me, "Oh no, it's actually quite good," and I thought, "No, it isn't." So I'm not watching.
I can't remember what it's about, but yeah, I've seen it many years ago. Right, let's go into the second one. Then maybe you've seen this one, Life Force, 1985.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I've seen Life Force.
Yeah. Life Force is cool. Yeah.
18-year-old French woman.
Matilda May, is that her name?
Matilda May. 90% of the time she's nude, and she only has 7 minutes of screen time.
Right. Yeah.
Hang on, when is she not nude?
When she's covered in blood. She steals some clothes from one woman, doesn't she? Puts on kind of a dress thing. Like a sheer nightgown thing.
Yeah. Did she get that from the woman she killed in the park, where those two kids, Cockney kids, see her? Couple of lesbians lesing off and all that, and I fucking saw it, didn't I? It was I'd never even heard of Life Force until Fran Sanchez told me about it, and he's like, you need to watch this one. And I did. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's not. I mean, obviously, it's not as good as Alien and stuff, but it's not. It's not off. Like, I mean, it's still like a decent story, and the sci-fi isn't actually that bad. Like, the ship isn't that bad. Like, for the time.
No, it's good.
It's better than Black Hole.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how Life Force it changes into. I mean, it's kind of a cool, like, sort of sci-fi thriller at the beginning, and then it just turns into this wild zombie apocalypse story. And I just was not expecting that at all.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting a gay love scene with Patrick Stewart either, but
also just that
thrown in as a bonus.
Yeah.
You just got to imagine
that's Patrick Stewart's first on-screen kiss.
That's right.
But he said that, but it's been disputed because there was a something he did in the 70s where he kisses a woman.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't count.
Doesn't count when it's
been erased from Hollywood.
Did it play in a theater?
Forgot about it. Species never got an unrated cut. Pretty sure there's a spicier scenes. Ooh. Well, there probably is, and they just kept them for themselves, the bastards. I think Natasha Henstridge still looks back on them fondly, the films. Because they were.
You would do though, wouldn't you, if you were like a 55-year-old woman and you were really hot and 25? Wouldn't you? We would. Yeah. No matter how bad the film is.
Been ages since I've seen Life Force. Well, yes, I think it came out as Blu-ray special edition, didn't it, by someone?
Yeah, I have it. I don't remember who put it out, but I have the Blu-ray they put out. It's got like two or three different cuts of the film on there. I think two.
Yeah,
and like commentary tracks and stuff. Yeah.
If anyone doesn't want to watch the whole film but wants to know what happens, there is a short 10-minute recap on my channel. Just letting you know. So.
Right.
I'll be getting a few of those in the next.
Oh, will you? Yeah. There's no nudity in your shorts.
No, there isn't. So if you,
so what's the point?
Go on Pornhub if you want to go on Pornhub if you want to wank. It's not what YouTube's for, is it?
No,
it's not supposed to be what films are for. It's only what films are for in the 70s when kids or 90s when kids had to get VHSs because it's less embarrassing than fucking getting stuff off the top shelf.
See, Dan's just ordered Life Force. Yes, well done.
Excellent.
Like that. Yeah, Professor's a big fan of that. Was a big fan of the the US cut was cut right down of sex and violence, I believe.
I wonder which version I've seen. Who knows?
Most likely international, I think.
Right.
Probably here in England, yeah.
I think since I don't know if it's been on DVD. I don't know if it just jumped straight to Blu-ray uncut.
I have no idea where the version I got came from. Whether it's from England. Or,
one of those versions.
Yeah, it's one of those versions.
Yeah.
But there is male nudity in Life Force, except the gentleman in question had to wear flesh-covered socks on their dongs to put it on.
Oh, is that the two at the start in the pods?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think one's on the steps at the end as well. I think he's.
That's right. Yeah.
And you can see it. You can see the socks in like the open map versions.
Sorry, have you time-stamped those bits? Because you're like, oh yeah, I think he's on the steps later towards the end of the film where there's a man.
No, I just researched. I did my fucking homework.
All right, okay, fine. That's right. Just checking.
I looked up. I watched the film.
1 hour 23, 13 seconds.
I watched the film, and then I looked at the trailer of his ass.
If he bent over, you see the giblets.
Just if you're sitting at home crying in your dressing gown to the Lifetime movies.
With my ice cream. Yeah.
Chocolate. Rocky Road.
It's so sad, but I'm happy they're a happy family again.
He fell down the stairs and now he's dead.
Oh, that brings laughter. Come on, you've got to laugh at people dying by falling down the stairs. Ridiculous.
I like the Lifetime murders where they get stabbed with like a 4-inch knife in the stomach and then just die instantly.
It's
I'm sure it's
really weird human biology in the Lifetime
universe. The sheriff or whatever gets stabbed in your recent one today. He gets stabbed in the shoulder and he's dead instantly.
Well, that's not the most ridiculous one. Is the one at the start where she pushes the books through the library, it hits her in the head, and she's out cold. It's just unbelievable. How is anyone? You just go, "Ow! What are you doing?" But, no.
Yeah, bitch.
There's some brilliant action in that. But anyway, yeah.
Popcars Hot Shots. What VHS is most likely to be worn? Titanic, Fast Times, or Life Force?
Fast Times, 100%.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I've also worn out my MP3 player with that one, or MP4 player with
that. Yeah, I think Titanic's the least likely.
Oh yeah.
Who hasn't seen that?
Yeah, no thanks.
Right, so then another quadrilogy. Oh no, sorry, there's 5 films. What's that? Quintilogy is the Famalian series. Started in 1996.
I do not know these.
Absolutely shocking. I mean, the first one is terrible. For a start, the quality of it was so bad. That is a terrible, terrible film to the point it was so bad and so tedious. I couldn't even watch it to put a video out on it. And bear in mind, I've done The Hills Have Thighs and The Breastfed Wives. I could not do female. It was so bad.
Jim Wynorski.
Wow, no, that's bad. Yeah.
Really bad. The women aren't nice either. It's just all shit. It's dire.
Is that Wynorski?
I don't know if it is. Is it? Is that? Are you sure?
Well, the one some of them are, I'll say.
Okay.
And how it's just it is just an excuse for a lot of ladies rubbing tits together.
Right.
Not that I was paying attention. But yeah, I can't even remember much about it. So yeah, she's a femme alien that comes down to Earth. Another one that comes to monitor what happens on Earth, and of course the first thing everyone does is sex.
It's not even like a Skinamax thing, is it? It's one of those like proper homemade. You know the ones that they make in Boogie Nights that they take off in Boogie Nights. You know, where the plumber walks in. Yeah. The plumber walks in, is like, "Oh, you need some help with your pipes," and she's like, "Yes, I do." And it's fuck off. It's really bad. I actually can't believe you put that on the list, VT. I can only assume.
It's a famous series from the 90s because it got 4 sequels. You got Famalian 2 in 1998. Then you got Famalians, Seduction of the Species in 2017. Famalian Cosmic Crush 2020. And then Famalian Starlight Saga in 2022. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that get a lot of sequels, but I don't think it makes them any good.
It's one that always used to make me laugh when it came out. That's why I put it on my list.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it was the only porn, I think, in my video shop, even though it's probably heavily cut. Have we seen Phoebe Cates lately?
No.
Looks a bit mousy. She's put on a bit of weight as well. I think that's what he's getting at. She does look weird.
Matilda or something. It's in the movie called The Tit and the Moon, which is fantastic. Oh, hello, Jeebus.
I've not heard of that one.
I haven't either.
No.
I know she still makes films and TV shows in France or wherever.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. So it wasn't a one and done. She did continue. I think she was a model for a while after and then did more TV and films.
I think she might have appeared in a later Emmanuel film. I don't know if that's right. Let me just check. Hang on.
You check that. My big question in life also I've always had is how old the guy is who got the He-Man looking sword to kill the vampires.
He looks like one of those people that is, you know, in the like I know it's 80s, but in the 70s you get those like action heroes that you think they look about 60, but you find out they were 32.
Is it Steve Railsback?
Really depressing.
There's always after her.
Life was harder back in the 70s.
It was, yeah. He was an astronaut, and he lost all his crew, so easy to do. Famalian is Full Moon Right. I don't know if it was originally. They might own the rights now. I can't remember what the logo was. I usually fast forward it. Jacqueline Lavelle is in it too, so it's good.
Cool.
I have to make a note of that. Was it The Tit and the Moon? It's going to be a hard one to forget. Erotic House of Wax was a good one, according to Mike.
I've not seen that, but that sounds good. That's going on my list.
Yes. Oh, it's not Wynorski's. Okay.
Okay.
I thought it was one of his.
Sybil Richards
posted about on his Facebook. Oh
no, Emmanuel. I was talking out my ass. Sorry.
Sybil Richards. Yeah, I think it's stamped. Gillian Jensen is in the newer ones. Don's here. I have my YouTube notification set for Smut, and it's finally worked. Hey!
Good.
All right.
Well, yes. Yes, Beach Babes from Beyond was my favorite of that type. Well, that's on my list.
Hmm.
Welcome to Smut City. Indeed. Shame I can't show any of it, but
no.
Yeah.
Are you mentioning Pleasurecraft? I do not know Pleasurecraft.
I don't know that one.
I think I've seen that one, but I can't remember. I can't remember it. It sounds familiar.
Pleasurecraft sounds good. So yeah, you haven't seen none of the Femalian. So what about a more widely available one? Humanoids from the Deep, 1980.
Oh yeah, classic. Yeah,
I've seen that a while ago, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I like that one quite a bit. That's cool. Yeah, some good special effects in that. Some good monster suits.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was a female director. But then after they finished the film, Roger Corman said we need more sex and violence in it. So the director didn't want to do it, so they added it in, and she got pissed off at the premiere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a story I heard as well. Yeah. I mean, he gave her like really specific instructions, and then she just didn't do it. So, I mean,
well, yeah.
I mean, what did she expect? I mean, obviously, Corman's not going to release it unless it's got the elements that he thinks will get people to rent it. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, he just went out, and I don't know who did the pickup shots. Like, who did the?
No, I don't know if it was a cinematographer or something.
Yeah, maybe it was a
someone that was working on the
cinematographer.
film already. He just got them.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
There's a couple of teen shagging scenes, and
there's like in the tent. There's the one like teens in the tent, and then there's the one teens that are swimming, and the guy gets like his face ripped off. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then his date gets dragged to a part of the beach for some other kind of activity. Yeah.
You've done this one, have you? Have you covered this?
I covered it. Yeah. Like in the early days of the channel. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember the remake. I think it was a TV movie in the 90s, but
yeah, there was probably one they did for that Roger Corman series on Showtime. Was it like Roger Corman Presents or something? Where they remade a bunch of Corman movies for like TV, and then did a few original ones as well. But they did like 30 movies in like 2 years or something.
Slow week then for Corman then.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, I wish those are like some of those are impossible to find now too. I really wish they'd put out like a box set of like that series. There's some random movies from that series you could find DVDs of. But yeah, a lot of it just seems to be gone now, which is really too bad.
It's a shame. Because I think without the added bits, I think it would probably be just a PG movie, wouldn't it?
But it was for Showtime, though, so you could show some stuff on Showtime, because that's a pay channel in the States. Yeah. I don't know how much they showed, but one of the movies from that series I covered a little while ago, my channel, Alien Avengers. And then that one has some like nudity in it, so they could get away with at least some. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It wasn't for like normal TV. Yeah.
Which was the one you did where they ripped the face off? They ripped the guy's face off? It's about 3 months ago. Like a horror thing.
Doesn't narrow it down.
No.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you're thinking of Deadly Spawn.
Yeah, that's one. Sorry.
There's a good face ripping scene in that. Yeah.
How many years did it take to make Deadly Spawn?
It took like 3 years, I think. They shot it basically on the weekends. It took like 2 or 3 years.
Good.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, great monsters, some great practical effects. And then it took so long to make that the boy in it, like gains 4 inches when he goes down in the cellar,
Oh, hang on, sorry, Mr. Mike's Veronica 2030 as well. So
not heard of that.
Mike's got a good list. Oh, I'd say Professor's dissing me now. I have a proper good list of movies he's actually seen. Just because you didn't see all the films of 216 films from 1985, Professor, is not my fault. They existed. It's not my fault you haven't seen them or heard of them. So yeah, history is on the side of Corman on this one. Yeah, I believe so.
Yep, for sure.
Island of the Fisherman. Oh, my bad. I know they did a remake of Piranha with that series.
Yeah, they did. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they remade Piranha. I think the Wasp Woman. I think they remade. A few other like Corman classics. Maybe even A Bucket of Blood. They might have remade A Bucket of Blood as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's a shame they're lost.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked around and only managed to find like a handful of them available on physical media.
Oh yes, this is a common thing I had back in the day. Classmates describing a film they'd seen, not being able to watch it myself. Because
why weren't you able to watch it?
Having Sky movies.
Oh right, yeah, fine.
I did not. But yeah,
sad. I've not seen that one.
Virgins of Sherwood Forest is the one. I'm guessing they're not virgins by the end.
Is that a sci-fi movie?
Is that is that British? I'm assuming it is.
Well, it's about virgins. I mean,
you can say virgins with one.
Therefore, yeah.
I think they remade The She Creature too.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. There's a list. I think on Wikipedia they have a list of all the episodes.
Look that up.
Yeah.
Right, let's go for something more modern then. Space Babes from Outer Space from 2017.
Yes.
Rob's done this one recently.
Yeah, I covered it
no
recently.
homework again.
No, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if I've watched Rob's recap, I don't need to watch. I don't need to watch it. No, I know you don't. You don't have to watch these because obviously you're not going to enjoy the whole 90 minutes. So if I watch 10 minutes of recap, which is humorous, it's not. This is not a plug for Rob's channel, but if you do want to watch it, it's very good. It's like it's much easier to do that than it is to watch 90 minutes of crap.
I don't know if Rob showed this strip show scene where 20 strippers are just jiggling up and down.
No, you're missing lots of jiggles in my version. Yeah,
I'll live with that. Yeah. Right, and so now a child.
Speaking of jiggles,
yeah.
Brush your teeth. Teddy bears. We're talking about teddy bears.
Did anyone used to watch the softcore? Yeah, I think I watched that on UK Living as well.
Where am I? There you go. The UK Living, was it?
I think, I remember that. Yeah, I feel like Fifth Beatle and I used to waste some amount of time. I'm going to assume we were both unemployed at the same time, just lying on our parents' sofa watching rubbish TV. Because some of the stuff that you've watched, I've watched a lot of the same stuff, and we're about the same age.
This is child abuse now. It's educational.
Yeah, I was in the States, so we had different things on TV. Yeah.
It's a family-friendly show. I could show my kids these films.
Yeah, for us, it was like Red Shoe Diaries.
Oh, yeah. So I used to watch that, yeah.
And, there's like the HBO documentary. They had like a sex documentary. What was that called? I don't remember. But yeah, like every episode was like a different sort of sex-related topic. Like
Red Shoe Diaries. I remember it had the guy from X-Files. Yeah,
Duchovny,
and then it also had the bird from Star Trek Next Generation, didn't it?
I don't remember. I just remember Duchovny.
Oh right, I think she was in one or two of them.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, the one with the blonde hair that was kicked out of it. She had short hair.
Oh,
like Jerry something or other.
Yeah.
No, not her. Yeah, Pet Sematary one. Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, her. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Never really saw the appeal, but
she did Playboy and got kicked off Star Trek.
Yeah, that's right.
Terrence. Good evening, Terrence. Yes, Terrence and I will be watching 10, I think, later Thursday night with Bo
Derek one.
All right, nice. Yeah.
Oh, silk stocking.
With her culturally appropriated hairstyle.
Yes, I will cancel it immediately on that basis.
She had it so first. Offensive. It's them that's culturally appropriate. Get your own hairstyles.
I need a special back room for these episodes. It is, yes. No children coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, Lady Chatterley stories, Hotline Beverly Hills, Bordello.
These ring a bell.
He's reciting all these from memory. He's not Googling them. Reliving his childhood here.
What's our next sci-fi one?
Hang on. I got information. All right, I'll get you now. Let's discuss Barbarella from 1968. I'll be back.
I wanted to watch this one, but I didn't get around to it. Have you seen this one, Jay?
Yeah, I've seen this a few times. Yeah, I almost did. I almost did it. It goes on too long. It's there. I mean, it's pretty. I like Jane Fonda when she was younger. How much of a prick she is now. Unlike she's what 100 or whatever. How much of a prick she became after Barbarella. She was nice looking back in the day.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not. I mean, it's not a good film. It's like it's tat. But it's quite funny to watch, like how out of order it all seems now. Like every male character is just a. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
A Severus Snape, a grape soda. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And there's
but there's no like nudity in that one, is there, or is there?
A bit, yeah. Not major, but it's all at the start. I think it's all at the start with the You don't see any spread eagle or anything like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And the monsters are a bit naff, but it's quite like, I suppose it's like camp kitsch, that sort of thing. It's probably a bit of fun, but for me it's similar to Flesh Gordon.
Okay, yeah.
But without hasn't got that much stuff in it. It's better than Flesh Gordon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, making it old school, are you, VT? We had the slipper. That's right. Nothing wrong with hitting kids.
Your child.
Any harm. Yeah.
Hang on. Let's see a question. Is it Thursday? Yes.
He's asking if it's this Thursday that you're doing the
stream. I think today's Monday.
At 9, if that's all right.
Right.
Last time I saw it was 10. I was 10. I think it's been a long time since I've seen it. See, I didn't enjoy Barbarella when I watched it the other night.
No.
You did not? No.
Well, maybe I wasn't in the mood for it.
Yeah, I still need to see it. That was one from our list that I hadn't seen that I wanted to, but I just didn't manage to get around to it.
Yeah,
I mean, pretty much the first third is all right. The rest, it fucking drags on, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I don't remember much TNA in it.
Yeah.
An angel doesn't make love. An angel is love. Is that more Bo Derek stuff? Who was a... Dine's fine. Okay, cool. So, because she's in... What is it? Tarzan the Ape Man, where was it? Richard Harris is her dad, and she's a virgin, even though she's like 30-something and looks like Bo Derek.
Who are you talking about now?
Bo Derek in Tarzan the Ape Man.
Oh, fine. Okay, right.
Yeah, she's naked in that.
Right. I forgot about Alienator, but yeah, I don't know. She's very buff. A bodybuilder comes to Earth to track down some illegal aliens. Oh, Michael Myers is here. He heard the word smut as well.
Yes.
Then we get to Explorer from 1975, also known as the girl from Starship Venus.
Right.
It's allegedly Quentin Tarantino's favorite British film.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You guys didn't like this though, did you? Yeah. I like the humor in it. Yeah.
It was all right, apart from as seeing London in 1974, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's always one of the interesting things with some of these old ones when they're like shot like just out in the streets with, a lot of times they didn't get permits or anything. They just stole shots. So you could see what the city looked like, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then she's like walking around like the Soho and stuff, which is pretty interesting to see like the shop fronts and stuff.
Yeah, because it's
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
Before the chicken shops.
What's a chicken shop?
It's like a KFC.
KFC, but not.
That's not some British euphemism.
No. It's like So every high street now is chicken shops, like places
American
where
candy.
you can buy tap for no money. Yeah, cashew, that sort of thing. What else is there on the street? Oh, every other shop is a charity shop. Mobile phones you buy, don't you? What else on it? And gambling places.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Terrence is Scottish, isn't he? So probably in his, every 3 out of 4 are gambling places. I would have thought on his side.
Whoa! Don't upset
no, that's true. There are a lot of them. I don't know whereabouts in Scotland he's from. He might not be, but yeah.
Anyone an animated sex sci-fi movie from the 80s called The Big Bang?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. Oh, 80s, yes. Don't remember that one. I think The Sexplorer was a retitle or something. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, the girl from planet Starship Venus or something.
Yeah, that makes more sense than Sexplorer, because she does get nude a lot, but she doesn't really have much sex until the end, I think.
Right, yeah. I mean, she shows up nude.
She appears in a ladies' gym
shower room. And then goes to like the fitness studio, and all the women are exercising nude for no reason at all.
That's why they have women-only ones, so they can freely do that.
Yeah.
But then she doesn't have any clothes, so they get some from the bins or whatever it is, and then some random guy, she goes to a laundrette where she meets a tramp lady that's sleeping in there, and then a young gentleman turns up and says, "Oh, I'll take you home. I'll give you a bed for the night." And
but then there's some weird time travel stuff.
I couldn't understand it. She time travels back to when she arrived, but somewhere else.
Right.
And
it's weird. Yeah. There is there's stuff in there I didn't understand. I just chalked up my not understanding it to it being British. That's how I dealt with the movie. I'm like, oh, they're popping balloons. That must be a British thing. I don't get it.
It's a very hairy film. But no sequel on that one.
No.
It's not. Where is it? So Heavy Metal was one. I haven't seen that. It's but that is on the list. 1981's Heavy Metal.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I didn't get around to watching that.
That's a cartoon, yeah?
Yeah, it's cartoon. Yeah.
Sorry, animation.
It's a cartoon. What's the difference in a cartoon? I don't know, but as far as I'm concerned, it's a cartoon.
Yeah. That one is. It's one of these. What do you call those kinds of movies? Where there's a bunch of different stories.
Anthology.
It's an anthology film. And some of the stories are pretty cool, and others are like, no. But overall, it's cool. I like the movie just fine.
John Landis was involved in it.
Probably. There's a bunch of sort of Canadians that were involved. John Candy does the voice of one of the characters. His sequence is pretty good. The John Candy one. And then I think the most famous sequence is with the woman who's like a warrior, and she I don't remember what that sequence is called. But my favorite sequence, I think, is the first one about the cab driver. That one's really cool.
Okay, because it's got it's one Soft Landing segment is written by Dan O'Brien, who did Life Force and Alien and Return of the Living Dead.
Right. Yeah.
Sex and crime and rock and roll, it says. And then home video was removed from circulations because of music licensing more than anything.
Yeah.
But I should have. I think that's the only one I didn't check out properly, which is naughty. Might be thinking of The Sexorcist.
not seen that either.
Sold. Oh yeah, Glasgow is washed with betting shops. True. There you go. Laundrettes are the least erotic places on earth.
Clearly, Michael Myers hasn't seen some of the videos I've seen.
That lady stuck in washing machines.
Usually on top, not in, but yeah.
The spin cycle going.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then you haven't seen some of the videos that I've seen.
Lots of jelly mangoes on display in Heavy Metal just for the sake of it. Well, that's how we like it, isn't it? Because animated or not, Yes, that is getting skipped.
I thought it would.
For your channel. You say that for your lives. I recently watched Zeta 1, Love Factor, and was always how boring it was. I talked to that being too British.
Too British.
I can sort of get that. But when it comes to film and stuff, like British people seem to have a way of removing all elements of fun from everything. I say that apart from like a few like US remakes, like The Inbetweeners, and to a certain extent The Office. But like, it's like if you ever look at a British remake of a US TV show, it's always fucking shocking, isn't it?
They do British remakes of American shows?
Oh, I mean, do you
remember Children remake with Russ
Who's
Abbott?
the Boss? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We had one called what was Who's the
Tony
Boss?
Danza?
Yeah, Hold Me Close to Tony Danza.
Whatever it was.
The Upper Hand.
Upper Hand.
Absolutely shocking, so bad. And yeah, the Married with Children with Russ Abbott. Oh my god, it's just like and also like the US TV. There's like a difference. US TV is like even your US soaps. Right, I was talking to somebody about this the other day, like Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless, One Life to Live. It shows like aspirational rich people, nice looking, all this stuff, and you watch it with a bit of escapism. Then you have British soaps, which just show the absolute filth of society, and so it's just so that we can all watch it and go, oh, I'm glad I'm not them. It's like it's complete. It just shows the different attitude of us like really trying to like get like
Well, yeah, they tried it with El Dorado and it didn't work. So
well, hang on, no, that was Pikey's as well. It was just Pikey's in Spain, wasn't it? It was. El Dorado was not aspirational. It was just, I only remember the adverts for that. There was some guy that looked like Kenny Rogers, but he was like from Northumbria or something, like screaming at his wife and kids because they hadn't put the sun loungers out or whatever. It was fucking horrible. Absolutely vile. It's not, I mean, that Benidorm, it's like that. So that's not aspirational for anyone. Most people are watching that going, ugh. But,
Erotic Laundrette is the next in the Corman series. There you go. We're giving him ideas.
Yeah.
Anthologies are always uneven, and there's never been one with a great stories all the way through. Yeah, I
mean, the best one I can think of, which I think is just consistently great, is Trick or Treat.
I was thinking Trick or Treat.
Because I love that all the way through. I think every story is cool, and I like how they all come together. That one. I'm a big fan of that movie. I watch it every Halloween.
Yeah, I think because it's not a slow or bad story in that one.
No, all the stories are cool. Yeah.
And they all connect, which is amazing.
And they all connect in this pretty interesting way. Like the first time you watch it, you're like, okay, like it's fun.
Yeah. There's always stuff in the background that you should be paying attention to.
Exactly. Yeah. Because they kind of mess with time a little bit. So then when you watch it again, you can place when the different stories are happening. Yeah.
Although the werewolf girls did need to be new, that would have helped.
Right. Yeah, that's true. There could have been more of that. Yeah.
That's the only downsides of the film. Boring and British, surely not. Exactly. I won't have a word said against the British.
Yeah, we just got to be honest. There's better stuff about us, and there's worse stuff about us, and that's one of them. Does Moonraker count? Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I think that is one. That should have counted. Really.
Good head.
And I love that. I love the Roger Moore era James Bond stuff. It's so good.
Cool, blimey. Tempting re-entry. They did a 70s show remake in the UK.
Did they?
Oh dear. That must have fizzled out.
And also, again, I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. There's like the 70s show in America, in the US, is like, everyone they're a nice, normal family wearing nice clothes. The 70s show in the UK would have been like, the Winter of Discontent with Neil Kinnock and bins on the bodies piling up in the grave. And everyone's really miserable. It's all about the unions and bloody Thatcher's coming in and going to ruin our fucking life. That's what the that 70s show UK. Yeah, that's fun.
Was there a Brian Connolly, Noddy Holder 70s based?
Noddy Holder? Yeah, probably. I remember something like that. Yeah. Oh, depressing.
Forbidden World from the 80s is quite sleazy. I don't know that one.
Yeah. It's also terrible.
I've not
Yeah,
seen
people.
it.
I get comments all the time. People asking me to cover Forbidden World, like on my channel, but I do not like that movie. it's so boring. And what I don't like about it is it's one of those movies where like people make just horribly stupid decisions that get them killed, and it just drives me crazy.
Yeah, I remember that poster now.
Yeah. It's a cool poster.
Yeah, one of those like Galaxy of Terror ones.
Yeah.
The interior of the ship was made by taking the styrofoam containers from like McDonald's Big Macs, stapling them to the wall and like spray painting them gray.
Genius.
No, is that actually true?
Yeah, it's true.
That's incredible. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. So from the director of Survivors of the Holocaust and Grunt, the wrestling movie.
It's like an Alien ripoff.
It definitely is. What was the other one I didn't put on the list? Inseminoid. I forgot about that.
Oh, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not seen that.
Yeah.
Brighton Bells was a remake of the Golden.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh God, I mean, this is so depressing. Old people living in a UK seaside town is like waiting to die. I mean, that's not. Oh God.
Yeah, they're not having fun like the Golden Girls did.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Or wherever they were.
The Golden Girls was cool.
And there was one in the Golden Girls that was like, she was only like 58, and she was like the hot one of the old women.
Yeah.
You know the one. You know the one. You know the one in the UK would have just been some absolute Sharon that fucking just used to pick up men at the Esso garage. It's grim.
It had Sheila Hancock and Wendy Craig in it.
There you go. That'll do, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the level I expected. Sheila Gish.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah. The best left forgotten, that one. It was awful. Basic Instinct 2 is basically a British Basic Instinct. That was a surprise, yeah, but it was a terrible film.
Absolutely horrible. Again, there's a recap on my... That is one of the worst films I've seen. It is absolutely shocking. That bloke from Harry Potter who's in it, what's his name?
Doing the Welsh guy impression, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know why he had to be Welsh when he's not Welsh. Why do that? There's no point in it. I don't know. Maybe he is Welsh and he's abandoned his accent like Michael Sheen.
There you go. Robin Asquith should have been in Basic Instinct with that. I don't want that.
Robin Asquith, he's amazing.
He's from the British sex comedies of the 70s. Rob.
Yeah. The only string to his bow is him going "four" while he's staring through a window at a naked woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eldorado.
Yep. Tales of the Dark Side movies come close to all three segments. Are pretty good. I haven't seen.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. That's true. I like that too. Yeah, Tales from the Dark Side's good. Yeah.
Right, I've not seen these. Are these any good? They said the latest one. Is the first one any good? I keep seeing VHS.
The VHS?
Yeah.
They have
I
their
was
fans.
trying to think what you're talking about. That VHS is anthology films. Yeah,
it's an anthology film. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I've not seen them.
I haven't either, but some people really like them.
I've seen the first one many years ago, but yeah. Rough Sabbath was fucking awful. Yeah.
The
70s show was watched days like these.
Was called
Straight by was called Days Like These.
Right.
Okay. Days Like These. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Bum bum. So yes. Married to Children remake lacked a little atmosphere. Mm-hmm. Anyway, come on. It's a song Russ Abbott did in the charts. Extra was Extra. I forgot about Extra.
Oh yeah, Extra. Yeah. I don't like that one either.
No, I don't like. That's probably why I didn't think of it. But yeah, it's got Olivia Debeau. I think she gets her Norks out.
Yeah, I mean the beginning of Extra is pretty cool.
Fucking hell.
I mean, I like the alien thing is cool, and then there's this kind of good like body horror scene in this one cabin, and then like for the second half of the movie, there's like a midget and like a clown, and it's all like weird and it just makes no sense. And then like the ending is completely inexplicable. Yeah, that film just falls apart. Like 45 minutes in, it just turns into surreal chaos.
Yeah, it is, and it's got 2 unrelated sequels, or 3 unrelated sequels now.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the first like half hour of Extra is pretty cool though.
Don't forget the classic. Oh yes, the Playmate of the Apes that we watched. How could I forget that?
I've not seen that. Do you want to give me the gist of what happens? Can I just have a guess? He lands on a planet and he's with women, and the apes just shag her.
No, see.
All right, okay. All right, go on.
Three ladies. Well, two ladies are making out on the spaceship and hit the wrong button, as it was.
Oh yeah.
Land on the planet of ape masks.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then that's right. Fine. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot of ladies on ladies action, but I couldn't show it. Hey, there's she's a golden girl. See, look, lovely Jamie Hart.
Well, if that's a recent picture, then you look good for it.
That's nice.
It is actually. So it's a compliment, unless she's doing what.
It's not a recent.
If it's not a recent picture, then I won't know, will I? So it could be a compliment, or it could be nothing. So there you go. Thing is, I don't tell lies, so it's
Asquith could have only improved it. Let's face it. Well, yeah,
agreed.
If he was the detective in that would have been great. I never watched Extra. I heard it's terrible. Yes, it is, but it's fascinating. Terrible because how they came up with the story of what it is fascinating.
It's wild, yeah.
I think in Seminoid was Norman J. Warren, who did lots of weird, no-budget British shites.
Yeah.
How are we getting shite tonight?
Yeah, he did another one that would fit for today's topic called Prey, or Alien Prey in some territories it's called, which I like that movie. That's cool. Yeah.
I think I know that one.
That one is a hunter alien comes to Earth and ends up staying for the weekend at a lesbian couple's farmhouse.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me guess, they're not total lesbians.
One of them is, one of them is not. They've got some relationship issues. The alien doesn't help.
Can I guess that the lipstick one is the one that swings two ways, and the big butch one is the one that's a pure lesbian?
Oh, you've seen it.
Not a golden girl gave you forever young. Doesn't a girl give birth to a full-grown man in Extra?
Yes. That's like the best scene in the movie. Yeah.
CJ's gonna watch it now.
I can't believe it. I'm still the most shocking thing that I've heard on this stream is a grown man say the word "nork" seriously. But that's a second. That's a close second.
It's a family channel. I got to keep it PG.
It's a hard nork life.
Yes, Extra is absolutely blah, but love its synthy score. I don't remember that. But see, Professor gets a thank you. Oh, it is recent. Thank you very much. There you go.
There you go. So yeah.
But yes, Jamie is lovely. It's a bursting. Oh, there's a fully grown. Yeah, because the dad gets abducted by aliens in the beginning and disappears, and then they drop him back off years later.
Yeah, or something. Who knows?
The same man he used to be.
Not sure what that has to do with the clown and the midget, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think toys come to life as well, so why not?
Right, yeah. And I think there's a snake at some point. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a snake in the down because they live in a big house with neighbors and they kill off the neighbors.
Yeah, it's like an old grandma that lives below them or something. She doesn't like the pet snake or something. Yeah. Yeah. What the hell?
So there you go. An alien creature impregnates a woman who gives birth to a man who was abducted by aliens 3 years ago. That's the IMDb one there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The synopsis from IMDb. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Have Seen Prey has a weird dog-faced alien creature thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that it?
It's pretty cool.
Praise. Everyone's Google. Is it from 1977? Is that the one?
76, 77, some around there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Barry Stokes. But yeah, Norman J. Warren again. There he is.
Yeah.
All right. Let's have a look at that.
And it's kind of like a sexploitation film to a certain extent. There's some just random lesbian action, and it's a shower scene.
It's all right.
Yeah, it advances the plot, so it's fine.
I don't know that one. A girl births full-grown Will Ferrell. Must be an old one. Apparently, the actors in Prey had to have their stomachs pumped after thrashing about in a typically hygienic British pond.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go. Skit is hilarious. Gareth belongs in an old movie. Oh, take that as a compliment. With You Know Who from Another Stream? Is that what we think?
Yeah, that's your level tonight.
That's my level tonight with naught.
I was typing that person's name in the chat, and the private chat, just in case Rob doesn't know who we're talking about.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, you do. Well, you're going to find out in the private chat.
I don't have my options. Oh, there it is.
Let me check the private chat here. I don't know who that is.
No, lucky you. Lucky you is all I can say.
There's a full-size Axeman toy. Oh, is that still extra? Or is that Prey? I remember. I think it's... Oh, I can't remember. It's like a fever dream. TerraVision. Oh, TerraVision, yes.
Oh, that's a cool one, yeah.
Yeah, the parents are trying to be swingers.
Right, yeah. And there's like the boy who's like really obsessed with military, and then like his like punk rock sister. And, yeah, that movie's funny.
Yeah. Under the Skin. Yes, I don't. Yeah, that's definitely artsy fartsy elevated sci-fi smut.
That'll be why I've never heard of it.
It's weird. It's shot in like Newcastle or something with Scarlett Johansson driving a truck. They film her for real in real life, picking up men to have sex with her.
Right.
Then she takes them back to her spaceship or wherever it is. That's just a black void of black goo, and then they just sink in it and die.
Oh, right. Sounds brilliant.
That happens about 4 or 5 times. Oh, is it Glasgow? Sorry. Somewhere dreadful up north. Yeah, remember when SNL was funny?
I actually don't. I mean, because I didn't watch it back now. The only time
we never had it over here, but clips from the old days used to have on videos with Wayne's World and stuff.
I think it was the days of last. I think it was when as Will Ferrell came from SNL, didn't he? And like, I think Chris Farley and Adam Sandler and people like that. So they used to get them in their prime, and now it seems to be a load of ropey old women telling jokes about Donald Trump, which seems a bit shit, but whatever.
Yeah, it's anything in there now. Reminds me of the bit in Ace Ventura when he comes out the fake rhino's ass.
Oh, that's grim. Yeah. Are you a fan of the Ace Ventura movies, Rob? I can imagine no.
No.
They are offensive.
They're extremely lowbrow, but I love them.
I must admit, I do like them. Carry on streaming. There you go. Stealing that.
Yeah, with Jim Carrey, like I do like some of his movies quite a bit, but not the like slapstick comedy ones.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
I mean, I like his Andy Kaufman film he did, Man.
That's good, yeah.
It's great. I like The Truman Show is pretty cool.
Brilliant. Love that,
And I like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is a cool film.
I don't like that.
That is a good film.
But yeah, like the Ace Ventura, I didn't like. I hated like The Mask. I thought that was awful.
Oh, I hated The Mask. That's just too much crap. Yeah. I did like The Cable Guy.
I like that. Okay, yeah. I watched that in the theater actually. Yeah. That was like really dark. It was way darker than I thought it was going to be.
But
I like that one too. Yeah.
Medusa. Elvira type.
So I guess it's just Ace Ventura that I don't like. I guess. Yeah.
The Mask is the ultimate of slapstick Jim Carrey. It's just too like when it's the same with Adam Sandler. Like they can be amusing, but when they go full Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey, like the Jack and Jill stuff, and when he makes that stupid face and voice, some of them you can get the cover of the DVD and it's just Adam Sandler making that stupid face, and just like I'm not
right. Yeah, Sandler, I mean, he's made quite a few that I like, but then also quite a few that I will never watch.
Oh, no. The later stuff, it just gets worse and worse, I think.
So I like when he does serious stuff. I thought, like, Black Diamond was pretty cool.
I haven't seen that. I think Hidden Gems, or was that?
Hidden Gems. That's the English title, sorry. In
Uncut
German,
Gems, Uncut Gems, sorry.
Uncut Gems, yeah. In German, it has a different name, sorry. Yeah. But yeah, Uncut Gems was cool. And I like Punch Drunk Love. That's a pretty cool, romantic kind of comedy. But he's really subdued in it.
Yeah. And what's the one where his family was killed in 9/11?
Oh, I don't know that one.
Or was it? No, I might have got that wrong. But
Yeah. I mean, I like some of his sillier stuff too. I thought Little Nicky was a pretty funny comedy.
I quite like that. I like like Michael Myers says. Those two were my favorites. But then I sort of, because I was already bought into it, so I liked the Wedding Singer and the Water Boy, and then slowly,
Wedding Singer,
slowly they started like falling down until it got to. I think the first one when I started thinking I'm never watching one of these was, is it Don't Mess with the Zohan?
Yes.
I mean, I was just like, no, I'm not having this at all. And then around the same time, Mike Myers released one called The Love Guru, and that was
awful. Yeah,
and
awful.
I was just like, I'm not having this. Like Mike Myers, I did like Wayne's World.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. And it introduced a lot of people to Queen again, which was nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You are not the only fan. I love Hubie Halloween.
I quite like that. I thought it was all right.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I watched that this Halloween again. It's still fun. But yes, didn't The Man Who Fell to Earth have a bit of bonking? I haven't seen that since it came out, but yeah, I do believe David Bowie is actually a vampire. Oh, that's the other. That's the Hunger. So he's an alien in The Man Who Fell to Earth and trying out ladies, I guess. Typical night in Glasgow. There you go. Except they don't look like. Yes, she's not. Was it not Black Widow fit? But yeah, I think she's not long had a child. But so she hadn't been back to the gym. But bless her, she is fully naked in it. I knew that was coming. The Pat sketches, because they made a film about Pat, whether it's a boy or a man.
Awful. Yeah,
that's the one Professor Macabre I was talking about. Reign Over Me. Yeah, that's right. And I want to know what he's talking about with this. What's he talking about with a different Jewish actor?
There you go. I don't know. We'll get to that. Reign Over Me.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. What's he said? What's this Pat stuff? Oh, I've seen the Pat sketches. Yeah. That's right. There.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, that is true. Yes, Johansson did my weekend update.
A Saturday Night film I like from that era that I don't think anyone watched, which is really unfortunate, is which I love it. It's Stuart Saves His Family. Have you guys seen that?
No.
Nobody knows about this movie, but it's really great.
No.
Yeah. It's with Al Franken's character. He plays like a counselor, but it's really good. There's a huge bomb. Nobody watched it.
Early Will Ferrell one called Night at the Roxbury, and that was awful.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Yeah,
so bad.
The Lover Man or whatever it's called.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh, Coneheads, of course.
Yeah, I did enjoy. I enjoyed that. That was a kids' film, wasn't it? It was quite good when I was growing up.
Right, back to the Rocky Horror Picture Show
stuff.
On the list. 1975.
It's my daughter's favorite movie.
It's got a great soundtrack and a great Tim Curry.
Yeah.
I hate this film.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sad. It's just of no interest to me whatsoever. And I know a lot of people really like it, and so people have gone, "Oh, we need to watch this." I'm like, "No, I'm not watching that." No, come on, you'll really like it if you. And I'm like, "No, I don't." Tim Curry just creeps me the fuck out, to be honest. Like,
then you would like it. It's
weird, and it's just like what I don't. Nothing happens in it. It just seems like a load of shit. But I can appreciate some people like it, but.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that nothing happens. I mean, and I tease my daughter about it all the time because, I mean, as a story, it's awful. Like, there's almost no story there at all. But the music is so great that I can watch the movie just because they sing like all the time. So, and the soundtrack I love, so I can watch the movie whenever, just because it's like listening to the soundtrack.
But the soundtrack, you can have it on the background while you're doing something else and still enjoy it. But you don't have to look at Tim Curry if you've got the CD.
Right.
Myers has never seen it either.
I've seen it many times, including like in theaters and stuff, and like midnight shows where everyone dresses up and whatever.
I'd like to bring up something about, as the Crystal Maze has been mentioned. I'd like to bring up something about Crystal Maze. Did you notice how the women never win any crystals? I'm all on that. They always get locked in the room. more on that. Do you know in Catchphrase? Do you remember the show Catchphrase with Roy Walker?
Yes.
The woman never wins. Watch it all on UK Gold. The man always beats the woman. Always.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
The British game show.
British game show starring. Do you know who Roy Walker is? He's a sort of comedian that says things like, I went on holiday with my wife, Jamaica. No, she came around a court. That sort of shit. Yeah. Absolute rubbish. But no. But anyway, so he used to present the show called Catchphrase.
There's no thing as a man and a woman when there's many other genders, I'd like to point out.
Yeah, that definitely is true. No, so so there's a show called Catchphrase where he basically Roy Walker, he's got like a big screen next to him, and he puts it on this little figure. They do a catchphrase on it, like so it's like say what you see, and like that it was always one way traffic. Men would absolutely I'm not saying men are better than women. Just say at Catchphrase they were, and at Crystal Maze.
Crystal Maze.
Were you allowed to enter Crystal Maze with a team of all men, or did you have to have some women in to level it up?
I never watched it that much, but I think probably at times there was both.
Was there? Okay.
I don't know.
Mike Myers knows what he's talking about. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, hang on, that's wrong. It wasn't a safe show. It was definitely not.
And it's always like, and they made them like use to go. Come on, do you want to use some of your crystals to let your female teammates out of the box? And you knew the men were thinking no, because they're going to be used to the last round as well. But they did it anyway. Sorry. Anyway, carry on back to the sci-fi.
Yes.
Technically, Crystal Maze might be. Family friendly inclusive. Thank you. Got to get those Stuckman viewers. Fine.
Thank you.
Right. Let's get on to some sci-fi horror.
Ooh, yeah.
Reanimator. Love it. Again, only saw it recently. Love it.
Yeah, you've done that one, haven't you?
It's fantastic. Yeah.
But yes, poor Barbara Crampton.
Right. She gets head from a head.
Or does she? It's almost, I think. I don't know.
Almost, right. Yeah.
But I think there are some other naked corpses in it, isn't there?
Yeah. Right. But I mean, her scene on the table is like the big nude scene in the movie.
Yeah. Because I think, what's the other film she did straight off that with the same cast and crew? From Beyond.
From Beyond, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where, I'm not seeing that one.
Yeah, that one, she's not nude in that one, but she does wear like some like S&M kind of leather gear.
But she keeps it on.
Right, she keeps it on. Yeah. As far as I remember, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, From Beyond. Yeah, go see. People are shouting at me already. Cat dead details later.
That's right. That is the best scene, isn't it? It's not, how it's not completely obvious that he's done that, isn't it? Come on, it wasn't him.
No, he's innocent. I can't remember if there's any nudity in the second one. I don't think there is in the third one, apart from its corpses.
There's a little in the second, but not anything approaching sexy. There's like nude corpse, I think.
Yeah, I think that's
because they build like a new body for like Dan's girlfriend or whatever.
Gets an S&M thing on and gets Tetsuya Rancid Slime Fiend. That's the one.
Yep.
So yeah, Return of the Living Dead. That has the best cemetery dance scene ever. Also, Cemetery Man has a massively hot chick on it. Sorry, not chick, woman. No, sorry, can't have it. Person of undisputed gender. I think we'll go with today.
Yeah. That's another comment you're not allowed to read, Gareth. Finding out your viewers' opinions isn't great, is it?
Yes, unless the character introduces themselves of their gender and pronouns, you can't assume.
Right. Okay. But for those of us living in the real world, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
As a general rule, if it's got 5 o'clock shadow, it's a man.
Yeah.
if it's got some dangly bits.
And if it's good enough to pass, I'm happy to go along with whatever it wants. That's honestly until it gets to a certain point, then I might question it.
Is it time for your annual trip to Thailand?
Oh no, I'm not one of those. That is just about. Sorry, probably some of your viewers might be those people, but I find that disgusting. It's basically rape, but with a tenor instead of a knife. Disgusting.
Crampton did a top scene in a recent movie. Not bad. Yeah, she's holding up quite well, I believe.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah. Because it's been, what's Reanimator? 85? So
she was young in that, though, wasn't she? She was actually the age she was supposed to be, I think. The college age.
She was pretty young, yeah.
Smut Man has the biggest areolas ever put on film.
Yeah, they're sizable. Yeah,
is that the one you did recently, isn't it? With the Rupert Everett?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw that back in the day. I haven't seen it anywhere since.
Have you done one today, Rob? I haven't been on YouTube today, so...
No, not today. I've been sick like the past week, so I'm a little behind.
Fine.
So I've got some scripts written, so I'll record and hopefully get something up on Wednesday.
Save your celebration video to 5K, I think.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So in a couple of months.
Yeah. Do you reckon that's going to happen? Probably will, won't it? Because it's the hockey. Yeah, sorry. I thought that was a little brag, but no, it's probably true, isn't it?
I mean, if things keep going pretty well, I think it's like, I mean, YouTube like tells you like in the past 28 days you got however many, and for the past couple of months it's been like between like around 400 to 500 a month.
You got 800 in 1 month recently, didn't you?
Yeah, that was like
one calendar month. Yeah.
One calendar month. Yeah.
But normally the channels, when they start growing, they get a big bump and then they stop, and then they get a little bump and then stop, and then and then you can level off. But
right, yeah.
Let's hope that
still waiting for the level. Yeah.
Good.
See when that happens. Yeah.
Long may it continue. Excellent.
Here's hoping. Yeah. Here's hoping. Yeah.
It is Rupert Everett, and it's worth a watch. Yes, Rob's reviewed it.
Yeah.
So
it's cool. Yeah.
Fountain was in Chopping Mall too. I think it's her, isn't it? Or is it Kelly Maloney who's also in?
Both of them are in Chopping Mall.
Yeah, I can't remember which one was, but it's just Kelly and the other one.
But there's a third one too. Third woman in there. But I can't remember her name. But yeah.
Yeah, Chopping Mall was Jim Monarski as well.
Mm-hmm.
His early ones. She does identify as a woman like 3 times in Cemetery Man, because the hot individual with the boobs plays 3 different characters in that.
Right.
Yeah, they're both in Chopping Mall. Right, where do we get to? Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity, 1987.
That's a classic. Yeah.
I'd never heard of it.
No, it was on the homework list. Funny enough,
I don't care about the homework. I haven't done the homework. Fuck's sake!
I am going to ask that the film be renamed something else. Girls from the Beyond Infinity.
Why?
Can't have the word slave in them.
Because that's the offensive thing about that film. Yeah.
Yes. Although I think there's only 2 nude.
So what's the film called? It's currently called Slave Girls. What?
From Beyond Infinity. Yeah.
Why not Girls from Beyond Infinity on national minimum wage?
Well, and it assumes it genders, doesn't it?
Sorry, on London living wage. And then the sequel, they've been replaced by an automated checkout.
Get back on X while you're there. Right. Where do we get to? Oh, Lady in Cemetery Man was most assuredly a woman, I have zero doubt. Yeah. You see enough to know, do you?
Yeah.
Right. But yes, who did Slave Girls? I think it's a Full Moon production, isn't it?
Keep saying it.
Isn't that a Roger Corman thing?
I don't know, because he's not mentioned anywhere. It's got a very small role from Brink Stevens, who's in many of our talks.
Right, yeah. She shows up a lot, yeah.
It was condemned as indecent on the U.S. Senate in 1992.
Everything used to be condemned as indecent in the Senate before the mid-90s, didn't it?
Yeah.
The Senate used to properly get the U.S. government used to properly overly involve themselves in stuff like this. Do you remember the
Twisted Sister, was it?
Say again.
Twisted Sister.
I was going to say. I was going to mention that. I was going to watch a film. So I was going to mention a film that I saw about all that. It was like the main thing was about like Twisted Sister. The guy from Twisted Sister, I can't remember his name. And that's it. And then they tell him that John Denver, who is one of my favorite people, is going to come in and help them out. And he's like, oh, what? He's some sort of country bitch. It's like, just imagine getting called a bitch by Dee Snider. Fuck off. You know what I mean?
That's surprising Dee Snider said that. Interviews I've seen of him, he seems like a pretty cool guy usually. Yeah.
I'm sure he probably, but back then he was just like, he's a,
But John Denver's remarks at that hearing were, I mean, they were on Dee Snider's side. Like he was also arguing against.
In the film, he says this about, oh God, we don't want him associated with us. But the reality is that I suspect that someone like John Denver, who probably has a big Middle America, who had at that point a big Middle America following, would have probably resonated more with like certainly with more conservative senators than someone dressed as a woman with dark sunglasses would have done.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, we truly rightly lost Gareth. Yes, where has that smutty man who did those Jaws pool parties gone off to? Well, once the sun's back out, we got Jaws of Revenge coming up in the pool.
Ooh.
And what? I love Leviathan. I think it's brilliant.
Do you love it enough to see me sitting in a pool watching it?
There's nothing I love enough to do that. But the only thing is it Leviathan that annoys me, the English woman in it that says six pack all the time. She's really annoying.
Yeah, she's in it.
And is Six Pack the guy from Home Alone? It is, isn't it?
He is, yeah.
Because I obviously get Leviathan mixed up with Deep Star 6. So I always watch them at the same time.
Yeah. So Deep Star 6 was Friday the 13th, John S. Cunningham's.
Right. Okay.
Underwater film. Yeah. I guess Jason X should have counted a bit because it does have the topless ladies in it. Okay.
Right.
I've not seen that.
It's bad.
Big nipples.
Is it?
Hey.
Yeah. And I say that as a huge fan of the Friday the 13th series.
Oh, are you? Okay, I'm not really. I only watched them recently, and I quite liked. I think 4, 5, and 6. I think I quite like.
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6 is a great run. 1 is also cool. It's like a very low budget deal. But 4, 5, and 6 those are great. Yeah.
Amanda Page, that's it. Yeah, she's fit as fuck indeed. I don't know if I did contact her or not because she's done lots of stuff like Leviathan and the Flash TV show and stuff.
That's it. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, she's just her voice is annoying. That's all.
Yeah, X-Files and such. She's in.
And is it the guy from RoboCop is the main one in that? Is it?
Yeah, Peter Weller. That's him.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Megan, is it? The one with the blue eyes. Damn. That's in They Live and Master of the Universe and.
Oh right, yeah. What is her name? I can't remember.
Yeah, hang on. Who are you talking about? Is that oh God, the creepy the alien woman from The Stepfather 2?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't remember what her name is. Yeah, but she is creepy looking. Yeah.
She's got lovely eyes, but they just don't suit her.
Are they nice eyes or are they death? Eyes of death. Because she doesn't have any colours in the eyes. They're just all white. It's like white with a pupil that's also white. That is fucking weird. If you met someone like that in real life, you'd be like, how has this person got 2 glass eyes? Because normally you meet someone with a glass eye and one of the eyes looks really weird. You have to look at the other one. But she'd be like, you'd have to be going, that'd be horrible, yeah.
People pay extra for that. But yes, we had the Abyss, Leviathan, Deep Star 6, and there was like 4 that keeps getting mentioned. I can never remember which one it is.
Does it? I thought some of these are they all 89? Were they? Because I thought was the Abyss not 90?
No, it was 89. Well, it was 89 in America. It might have been 90 here, which is something they haven't got. The Die Hard's an 89 here. Right,
what is the other one then? What's the other? Sorry, can the chat tell me what the other underwater 1989 film is? Thanks.
He's not going to sleep tonight unless you do.
Yeah.
Right. Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Oh, Roddy Piper. Yeah.
Yes. Shot in like 3 weeks. Did Jay know this one?
No.
But you like old school wrestling, don't you?
Yeah, but I never knew this existed.
Okay.
I've seen They Live, obviously, but but no, I'm not a big fan of it.
It's surprising how many films he has done, but done a lot I don't know.
Yeah.
This one's pretty fun.
This one, Rob.
What's that? So it's a post-apocalyptic world where they can't make babies anymore because all the men are sterile. But then they find Roddy Piper, who's not sterile. So they want him to help.
I got it.
Replenish the earth, and so his manhood becomes government property,
right?
And then there are some frog monsters in the movie too. It's like, and like this one city that they go to, it's like controlled by the frogs. Yeah,
sounds brilliant.
It's good fun, and the frog costumes actually look pretty cool.
They are pretty good. The frog costumes are pretty good. Yeah, there's a few of them. So they did quite well for a low-budget film.
Yeah.
But there are, I think there's Sandhal Bergman, I think it's pronounced.
Hang on, who's that?
She fame and Conan the Barbarian.
Of what fame?
Walks out.
Oh, for God's sake.
And then there's another woman that's his security guard and driver in this armored vehicle. She gets undressed at one point too, but that's about it. And then
that's about it.
Yeah, because there's like 7 virgin brides or something he gets at the end.
Sandal Bergman is stewardess school. That's how I know the name.
Oh, is she?
Okay.
Oh, God.
She's the wrestler. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, she is built, but still attractive. But yeah, that's a 1988 classic. I didn't know because that was after, the same year as They Live. Is it 88?
It should be after, right? They Live like 86 or 87. I don't know.
It's about 87 if I was going to say it was a date, but
no.
Breeders.
88 They Live.
Okay.
Which one's Breeders now?
Not seen Breeders.
It's a band.
Yeah, that's right. They're a song that I liked. I don't know if they had any more.
My phone's playing up. I can't look it up. They Live at 88. Hell Comes to Frogtown 2 is not near as good. Oh, even with Robert Zadar in it. I did not know there was a sequel. I
didn't know that either.
Robert Zadar, that's the kiss of death, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, quite.
Oh, and Tango and Cash, sort
of. Fair enough. And the one where isn't he a Van Damme baddie as well? Is he the Sandman? No, he's not the Sandman. He's a baddie in a Van Damme film.
I think so. Yeah.
I can't remember which one.
There's lower end ones. Came here 2 things: to chew bubblegum and repopulate the world, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Yes. Yes, she was in Conan the Barbarian. So that's a good one. Right, I think we're near the end.
Right,
a couple more. I think it's on my list. It's Flesh Gordon, 1974.
I know the title, but I haven't seen this one.
Okay. Well, have you seen Flash Gordon from 1980, early 80s?
I also don't think I've seen soundtrack.
That. No. Okay. Somehow, the one that came out later, the legit one, is exactly the same story.
Yeah.
It's apart from the Queen soundtrack and the tits, there's not much difference between them.
The Flesh Gordon, I didn't think was. I was expecting it to be so much worse than it was. Like, because I watched it, I think last year, and the animation in it, not cartoon. It's actually what sort of animation? Stop motion animation.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty good for that time.
It is.
A lot of the other effects are bad, and the story is pretty weak. But I mean, it's nowhere near. I don't think it's as bad. it's no worse than Flash Gordon, I don't think. But the Flesh Gordon sequels are dire. I can get through them. Number 2 has actually got shit monsters, and I'm saying they're shit. I'm saying they're poo monsters. Like they're turds that smell, and they're walking around. Like, it looked like something. This is something out of Doctor Who 10 years ago. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I haven't seen the sequel yet for a while.
No, I mean it's awful.
Flash Gordon was a big hit on VHS back in the 80s because there was very limited TNA in films.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Breeders was an Empire later full moon that has an alien abduct 5 women to impregnate them. There you go.
Right.
Should have made the list. I did say Flesh Gordon. Yes, there is a parody of Flash Gordon in 1974. And it's not too bad. It is
cleverly titled Flesh Gordon.
Yeah, Flesh Gordon is the legit one.
I mean, that's really lazy, isn't it?
It has a sex ray. All the women take their clothes off and have sex straight away.
No, not just women, everyone. So when these rays come from outer space, the whole planet just starts going at it. That makes some fun scenes.
One of our guys in the movie group, brother-in-law, wrote Flesh Gordon and the Cosmic Cheerleaders.
Oh, right.
Kick him out of your movie group. Oh, no, it's not him, is it?
Get him in touch with me.
Absolutely shocking.
We'll get him on with Jay.
Yeah, you probably will interview him, don't you?
Yeah.
He'll interview anyone.
I will, except you.
Well, he prefers it if they're like 2 weeks away from death and don't have a laptop. But
that's true. Well, it's Macs that are the problem. They don't work with StreamYard.
I'm on a Mac. We'll talk about this later.
I think it's like any Mac older than 3 years.
This is anyway, we'll talk about this later.
Yes, we will. No, we won't.
we will because it's a ridiculous lie. But anyway, so carry on.
Anyway, the final one I got: Beach Babes from Beyond, 1993, Charles Band film.
Right.
Have you seen
I have seen this one. Yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah. This one is it's okay, but surprisingly kind of boring at times. But the setup and the premise is pretty funny.
I think it's best without the sex scenes in it, isn't it? So the story's pretty good.
Yeah. But there's like this whole like sort of sequence with like the uncle of one of these guys or something. I was just like, yeah, this is kind of boring. But yeah,
because the girls need a crack. The story starts with Don Swayze and Jackie Stallone in a spaceship as parents who are flying away on a weekend vacation from their planet.
Right. Yeah.
Then there's the 3 lovely ladies from the poster decide to borrow the other car and spaceship, and fly out and then crash on Earth and run out of fuel. And who is it? It's Joey Travolta.
Yeah.
An ex-NASA scientist who's working who quit NASA and works in a it's like a juice tofu juice bar vegan place on the beach.
Yeah, like on the beach, right? Yeah.
And then the 3 lads who are staying. Who are they staying with? I can't remember who they. I don't know. Maybe that was Joey Travolta. I didn't recognize him, but they're staying with their uncle. And then, they meet the 3 ladies. Then they bang the ladies. Then they find out the ladies need help. Then they go to the scientist. He makes the fuel instantly, and
right.
They have to enter to save the uncle's place. They have to enter a bikini competition.
That's right. Yes.
$1,000, and of course, because they're so fit, they win. And then on the side thing, there's Leona Quigley, who is the only one that keeps her clothes on in the whole film.
Surprisingly,
is a swimsuit heiress or something, and she's trying to get a contract with Burt Ward, who is from Batman and Robin of the 60s, to buy her swimsuits, but then they fail the competition because the swimsuits fall off.
Right.
But it has a happy ending all around.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is there another film with the brothers of all, like John Travolta's brother and Patrick Swayze's brother? Because I got told to watch one. It's an action film. Yeah, I was told to watch. But,
I think it's One of the, I think it's Delta Force 3 has a lot of the brothers and uncles and cousins in.
Yeah.
But what film is it where the girl's boobs turn into two little monsters' heads with matching teeth?
That's Killer Rack.
Oh, he's got it. Excellent. Killer Rack. That sounds brilliant.
Nice.
It's terrible.
Liam. I think I saw Muslim. I don't remember that bit.
Killer Rack. That's new. Well, 2015. God, that's 10 years ago. God, it's not new.
Metropolis region that has the boobs that have teeth. Must be a common nightmare for people.
Yeah.
That one sounds familiar too. There you go. Right. Anyone else got anything? Because that's the list I've got.
That's the list. Right?
I have seen others like Dirty Blondes from Beyond, but like these are like proper like Skinemax stuff, which which I doubt anyone's seen.
Well, exactly. Killer Act sounds tremendous.
It does, but is that 2015 Killer Act?
It's not though. It's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah. I was profoundly disappointed. Yeah. It's awful. The humor is terrible. The acting's terrible. There's no nudity in the movie. It's not worth it. Yeah. Not worth it at all. That's clickbait, isn't it? Calling a film Killer Rack with no nudity. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like a kind of trauma style movie, but not as funny and without any of the sleaze. So it's just a completely pointless movie.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah. The poster's cool.
Are you guys trauma movie fans?
I like trauma, yeah.
I've only seen a couple.
I'm not.
And that was recently. I didn't really know about them. And then I've started watching them. It's quite good. Quite enjoyable, aren't
they? Yeah. I like them a lot, yeah. I mean, there's some that I don't like, of course. But yeah, the classics like Toxie and Class of Nukem High series, fun stuff, and
yeah.
And I like Poultrygeist. That's a really funny like zombie movie.
I'm not seeing that.
It's great. It's,
Poultrygeist.
You'll like it. It's really gross, and it's sort of a satire of like fast food. And it's super offensive. Like
nice.
They build like a fast food chicken restaurant on an Indian burial ground, and then the food turns people into like Native American chicken zombies.
Right.
So great. So great.
I've only got one.
Well, I think it was Toxic Avenger, the one I watched very recently. I hadn't seen it before. And that is the one where they've got a gang and they just drive around running people over.
That's
the one. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Oh, that's part 2, right? I haven't seen part 2.
Yeah, I think there's three, isn't there? And then
there's 4.
What's that? Biff Beetle asked, "What's the trauma film with the beach gang?" Rob, do you know what that is?
That's Surf Nazis Must Die.
Right. Oh God.
I've never really got trauma. Yeah, I'm only a passing watcher of those. I won't watch anything they do because they've done hundreds of films for a start.
Yeah, well, I mean, trauma is like there's the stuff that they do themselves that like Lloyd Kaufman directs. Those tend to be the ones that are worth watching. But then they also buy like distribution rights to just tons and tons of like no to low budget things. And some of those are like pretty cool and most of them are just total garbage. So there's really like a lot of stuff to kind of wade through to find like the gems. I used to subscribe to their streaming service, Troma Now, where they have everything on there. And occasionally like, and they do have like a chat room too, so you can like ask people for some tips. And there's some like really cool stuff like on there, but there's a lot of terrible stuff on there too. So it takes some work to find the good trauma movies. Yeah.
They must have done a lot to have their own streaming service.
Oh yeah, they got enough to keep it busy for a while.
Yeah. I mean, they're the longest running independent film studio in the world.
Yeah, because this one's When did this? It's certainly early 80s, isn't it? When
Lloyd Kaufman, like the president and co-founder. Yeah, they started doing in the late 70s, like some teen sex comedies. And then, in the early 80s, they switched over to like the horror sci-fi stuff. Yeah. Yeah, because in the 70s, there's like a Squeeze Play. It's like a baseball movie with like an all-women baseball team who win by distracting the male players and stuff.
Is there the joke? Because I've noticed this in a lot of these films around that time, right? There's always the joke where one guy is just hard to distract him, and then they get a man out, and then he's really distracted, or a sheep, and he's really distracted. Right. And that's the funny thing is that he's gay, or the funny thing is that he's into bestiality, which isn't funny in any way at all. But
right. I don't think there's that joke in the movie, okay. But it wouldn't be out of place, though.
Right. Fair enough.
It is that sort of level of comedy.
Yeah. Double featured killer act with a movie called Call Girl of the. I can never pronounce Chutlu.
Yeah.
Which is why I picked that too. Call Girls of Chutlu. Yes, that sounds good. We like to return indigenous people who own the land in this channel. But
you've even added bits to that. That's brilliant. Indigenous people who own the land. They don't even. No one says that. Not even. That's amazing. That's what we call them. Indigenous people who own the land. In fact, that sounds like you're taking the piss. You may as well go own the land.
I'm referring to the Welsh, of course.
Of course you are, yeah. Because you all do that, don't you? You all start trying to ride the Native American bandwagon, like when it's the bloody English did it to us. It's like no, you just all moved, and we all moved to our holiday homes there.
That is, yeah.
You should be thankful for the growth instead of whinging about your language that you never spoke anyway.
That is true. Street trash, isn't. I would have definitely said street trash would have been trauma, but it's not.
No, it's not.
It feels like one, absolutely. Playing catch.
But some of the people that worked on street trash used to work with Frank Henenlotter, like they made Basket Case and stuff.
Frankenhooker, one a day. Oh, Mother's Day was early trauma. Trauma, not trauma.
Yeah, I always say that. Is that where's the name trauma come from, Rob?
I should know that. I don't know. I don't know.
Because they throw it into every film, don't they?
Trauma place, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the town where a lot of the stories take place is Tromaville. Yeah.
Right. Well, if you've got no more sci-fi nudity to mention.
No more sci-fi nudity to mention.
No.
Then I shall call it a night.
Okay. Let's do that.
Cool.
Body melt. Gooey movies. There you go. All right. We'll say our goodbyes then. I suppose we'll say goodbye, Jay.
Are you saying bye? Are you saying bye? Sorry, are we actually saying it? Or are you just saying that and then turning the stream off? Bye, everyone. Thanks so much.
See ya.
So, there you go. Ginger Ninja. Who's asleep right now. But thanks everyone for joining us anyway. And until next time when we can think of something else to do.
Yeah, cool.
Now we'll say goodbye.
Bye, guys.